Hi YouTube, it is Thursday, and today's the day I usually would do Chatty Patty bariatric talk. I know I haven't done them in a while, but here we are. I felt it was worth the chat because somebody was jealous of my last bariatric video where I talked about how these groups are bad on Facebook. I mean, any group on Facebook is bad. You have to proceed with caution with what you write because, there are keyboard warriors out there. And, but the reason that I said those things is simply because that was a word of caution that was given to me by my own surgeon. Honestly, when it comes to a weight loss surgery support group, your best bet is to go to one in which is in person and moderated by a nutritionist or a nurse or something like that. So, while it's all funny and everything that, what I said, when you post, things, you have to expect, the comments that you're going to get back. It's not, I mean, it's kind of sad that people are like that, but there's food police in every kind of dietary group. When I was a vegan, there were vegan police because maybe an ingredient in a product isn't 100% vegan. But when you're a vegan, you could eat a lot more things than you can with a bariatric patient. But that's very important, and it is very important if you wish to succeed in your weight loss journey and getting the surgery to physically go to a weight loss surgery group. Plus, it's required. It's a requirement of your insurance. Um, you know, and that's the key to success is if you go to these bariatric support groups and not rely on the ones on Facebook. Like I said, because there's keyboard warriors. There are keyboard warriors out there, and they're gonna say things. And you also have to keep in mind that once you have your surgery, your surgeon and your nutritionist are going to give a plan that's designed for you, or a plan that they design that works well for their patients. But not all surgeons and nutritionists use the same plan. Like for me, after surgery, I went home from the hospital on a puree diet. But a lot of people out there don't go home on a puree diet. There's like a whole breakdown of the diet. Some people go home and there are clear liquids, and then there's soft food, and then there's puree, and then there's something else. But I didn't have those steps. I just went straight home on a puree diet. I also started vegetables really fast. Month two, when I started month two, I did that, and there was fruit. And now month number 6, so I'm doing carbs now, which isn't going great. But I mean, that's to be expected because not everybody does well when they get to the carb thing. So, that's why it's better to stay off of Facebook bariatric related groups. There are people on Facebook with bad intentions also. They're ill-informed and bad intentions. So you don't want to rely on that as your support group. I mean, they're nice to have as, like, nice to have, but they don't really help all that much. Not as much as it would be to go to an actual bariatric support group. And that would mean a bariatric surgery support group, not Overeaters Anonymous. That's a totally separate kind of group. So for the person who did this, obviously doesn't really have a great understanding as to what's in store for somebody who goes through these things, and should not be doing this. And me telling you to stay out of the Facebook support groups is me caring, simply because they're not great. They're not where you're going to get the best support at all. The best support you'll ever get for weight loss surgery is from an in-person group. And it is important to get yourself started with one of these groups prior to your surgery. That way you can find one that you're most comfortable with. Although a lot of surgeons have their own support group, so that may be, your best bet. I mean, usually they're only once a month, but I'm sure if you looked into your hospitals, most of them will have other ones. So maybe if you want to go to different ones and make sure, you get yourself on the right track. That is the key to success, along with following your plan. And don't buy into people who sell things on Facebook, too. They do not have your best interests. Either they sell these things, these wraps, these pills, vitamins and such. Just stick to what your surgeon is telling you, and if these people have a problem with that, then just block and move on. So, that's my lesson of the week, is getting yourself involved with an in-person weight loss support group. Don't focus on these ones that are on Facebook. I mean, sure, there's some that have recipes out there, but then you have to sift through the recipe. You have to sift through the, I ate a cheeseburger at McDonald's to get to the recipes and such. So you're probably just better off going on Pinterest and finding low carb or keto recipes than to go on a Facebook group to get recipes. Too many keyboard warriors out there thinking that they're high and mighty. So that's that, and I'll be back again next Thursday with our bariatric talks. All right, have a great day. Remember, when you look good, you feel